obscurity of our world thus revealed, such a picture might be worth having. It had been well understood by the scientists and philosophers of classical antiquity that the Earth was a mere point in a vast, encompassing cosmos.
Like the cool blue light. Like the cool blue light.
Welcome everybody. We are back with another podcast, and now this is like not after months but after 2 days. And today we are going to discuss a very controversial topic, which is artificial intelligence, as you can see. And as usual, Patrick is with me.
Welcome back, everyone. Yesterday we're going to talk about the AI and how it will change our lives.
Yeah, exactly. And how, by the way, it already did. So I think let's start here. What do you think right now? How much are we dependent on AI?
I believe in factories, almost in every modern 2020, in 2020, in every modern restaurant we have AI, I believe. So for example, it can change the waiter. So for example, you can run a restaurant without the staff because you now have robots do the work.
Yeah.
And in a factory, this is for early 2015s. This is a thing, I believe, that robots do the most difficult work.
I can kind of agree. Obviously, in restaurants, this is not really like spread over because of the expenses.
Like modern restaurants.
Yeah. By the way, in the video, like this, we can see one example for that. So yeah, I think nowadays factories, which is indeed one of the biggest consumers of AI, especially because like what is in a factory can be kind of easily programmed into an AI, moving stops, and they don't need real manpower, which is the reason why it's really important to have them there.
Yes, so it's like you can use an AI to move things around in the factory, in the workplace, and you can use your smart people work and do the jobs that an AI able to.
Yeah. I also I think besides factories, another huge consumer is computer industry, and I mean computers, laptops, and also mobile phones, tablets, whatever. So all the technological devices uses AI. In fact, I think, and it's something that we can easily say we depend on it.
Definitely, definitely. And well, let's be honest, we are the smart homes.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the era of the smart homes. So I believe most of our lives will be dependent more on AI. For example, your whole kitchen could work together and do the dishes or make some uh, for example, turn on your TV, turn off the lights, turn on the lights. These could be managed by your robots in your kitchen, in your house, living room, stuff like that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And also, if we think about mobile cameras, I think this is something which is real practical in everyday life, and we can say it everywhere. So mobile phone cameras uses AI to fill in the lack of hardware they have, uh,
Yes.
and so probably nowadays we are all familiar uh, with the term night mode photography on smartphones. Uh,
Like the latest ones.
yeah, the
Uh,
latest ones.
uh,
Yeah, like uh, most of phones from 2020 and 2019 has night mode. Um, which by basically we can take a picture in the pitch darkness, and AI makes it bright. Which, in fact, I'm not saying from a visual point of view, not really useful though, because I think it looks really overexposed. However, from a technical point of view, it's really exciting how you have a smartphone and you can shoot in the darkness, and basically computer technology will make everything seen. Like literally everything can be seen in the darkness with your phone.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's somewhere scary too if we think about it. Because it's something that is in people's hand, and and this is basic. This is the basic AI what we have right now. So my question is, what the scientists and the big people have there? Because obviously there are a lot of inventions which are not shared with us. These are all the things that are already for consumers, which I believe make AI something that we don't actually know how advanced is.
So let me get this clear. So you believe that average consumers cannot even get the most out of AI, and we don't have the whole.
Yeah, I think so. Because always experiment is um always in front of the market. So like at the market you can only get things which has been tested for years, which surely work. But when you experiment, what scientists do, who those who really work on AI, those probably have so much more in it already. Just it's not tested enough to get it for consumers, and just it's not sure. It's not working completely well right now, and that's why it's not in consumer hand. Because obviously it would be bad for a company uh, to get released a product that is just 50% working.
Yes.
But that still means the technology is there, that we already have situations when it works. You know what I mean? So the technology is already ahead. It's just not completely sure.
Yeah.
Also, I think if we talk about today's life, we need to mention cars and self-driving cars, which is, I believe, one of the craziest thing that appeared in driving since a long time. Because if we think about it, it has a huge opportunity in it. But as far as I know, you are very, very familiar with cars. So, what's your opinion?
I believe that this is where the line is. So I believe AI should not be that into the car technology. Shouldn't be mixed 100%. It's okay if your car can park itself into the lot and you don't have to do anything with the steering wheel, and you don't have to look after your car and concentrate, because you can use other uh, and of course it helps a lot. It really helps the driver, because our attention on the roads, it must be 100%, but sometimes we are distracted. Not sometimes, every time, I believe. So that means, for example, a young lady just jumps on the road with her baby, and AI has a lower reaction time than the human being. So that
Yeah.
means the crazy accidents could be easily avoided. That's a fact. But I believe that if we use AI 100% in industry, that would kill a lot of other industries and companies and other entrepreneur companies as well. For example, those companies who teaches the young adults how to drive cars.
Yeah, I see. I see what you mean.
Because I believe if we reach 100% in car industry with the AI, that will mean that the drivers don't even have to know how to drive, because they just get in their car and the car will take their ass everywhere.
Yeah, but I also think so like if let's say self-driving cars is a thing, it's for everybody, like we jumped a little bit into the future, but I still think some kind of restrictions there would be. So you can, for example, you can use a self-driving car, but you still need to have a license, because in situations, because we know it's a fact. If something can go wrong, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. So in this case, even if you have a self-driving car, you need to know how to drive, and it shouldn't be used for like everyone. You still need to have a license for it, I think.
I don't believe so, because the car actually works without your instructions.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
what I mean is you should have a license even if you have a self-driving car.
why would you have a license if you don't have to do anything in your car? So you cannot control your car. Means you don't have to have a license, because your car has a huge brain, a bigger mind than you.
First of all, I think until not everybody has self-driving cars, which is like for a long time, until it's sure that you still need license, because not everybody goes with that same AI based thing, which can create situations which is not programmed into the car. So in this case, the driver has to have a license. Also,
But
if for example, everybody has self-driving cars. Let's go crazy. Everybody has them. It's on the same system. Blah 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 blah. And you can like totally rely on that. However, I would still make it compulsory to have a license, because you don't know what happens if something goes wrong in the car. And something can go wrong because it's technology. Things always go wrong, and you cannot be ready for every single thing. And in this case, if everybody has a self-driving car, then if just one car go wrong and the driver is not capable of solving the situation, it means basically hundreds of car accidents. Yeah. So I will make it compulsory for self-driving cars to still have licenses. Maybe.
Yeah, me too. Me too. This is not the case here. Yeah, me too. I would make it compulsory as well, but
because of the safety
it will-
issues.
yeah, but it will be useless. For example, hear me out. So, you're in your car, you have the license, but you don't have to concentrate 100% on the road. So, you won't use your mind, you won't concentrate, you won't
Yeah,
drive your car with mindful thoughts. So
that
this
makes
means
sense.
you won't practice driving. And as a matter of fact, as far as I know, driving is all about practice. So everyone can drive who had driven, for example, 25 years in his or her life. That means driving is a practice, and if you don't practice that much, or like you practice not at all, that means you won't be able to solve that terrible situation because you don't have the enough practice behind your back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it totally makes sense. Yeah, indeed. I
Unfortunately, of course, I'm on your side as well.
it's a really hard situation. Because yeah, you do not have enough practice. But by the way, I think something in between would be cool, and I would say uh uh, self-driving cars shouldn't be used in cities where there are a huge amount of traffic. And for example, the future of highways. When you go up to the highway, you join into the system of that specific highway, and actually a brain, an AI, drives the whole highway to one point to another. But if you go down to that from that highway, you should still drive, because in this case you only don't drive that part, which is basically just driving forward. And like, if every car has this system in it, then you can make sure just everybody will go forward. Of course, this is like kind of ideologist and kind of like very into the future, because first we need to have enough self-driving cars and make that technology cheap enough.
Yes. Yeah.
But I believe that there should be some restrictions, and you shouldn't use self-driving cars everywhere, because in big traffics, like in cities and towns, I don't know if it ever can be safe enough.
For example, I have something.
Yeah, of course, go on.
For example, there's the truck industry. I mean delivery
Yeah, yeah.
from A to B. This industry will be completely destroyed, I believe, because
I can completely agree, yeah.
on the long distance, you won't need humans because AI can take long distance because it does not get tired and it does not have um uh I don't know the exact name for it. Crap. Uh, um like what every human has to do: sleep, go to the toilet, and things like that.
Um, yeah, so
But you know what?
basic life circumstances.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And this could actually make more money for these companies because the time of the delivery would be much lower. Much lower.
And basically cheaper too,
Yeah,
because
cheaper too as well.
don't have to pay somebody to drive that truck. Also,
So
yeah, this is kind of hard because in this case that would take away a lot of jobs.
taxi drivers, bus drivers, every train drivers, every kind of driver would lose their job. And I believe a huge percentage of the population has a job as a driver or a traffic manager or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So if we get into this, my question is, do you think AI will take away our jobs?
I believe there are some industry trees that would be dead because of AI. I believe so.
And
But there's always a but. And
yeah,
this is a big but. So I mean, but on the other hand, I believe that no one in the country would allow this.
yeah. It's a really hard question, I think. Because yeah, some jobs will surely be taken away by AI. It's already been, so we can assume that more jobs will be taken away by AI. So the question is, where is the line? I think.
But actually, oh my god, just the light hit. Oh shit. So, hear me out. So first thing first, AI destroys industry lines and destroys jobs.
Yeah.
It creates jobs.
Of course, that's what I also wanted to say, because it does not just destroy them, create them too, because more and more people has to work with AI and figuring out, and also AI mechanics will be probably a thing, and people who will deal with a specific, for example, manufacturing machine, because it can go wrong, and or you have to program it or whatever, but somebody has to do that. And if we go back with this with this truck situation, in this case, yeah, all the truckers would lose their jobs, but also there would be new jobs. People who would always check out the trucks, who would actually repair the trucks if it's needed. And it wouldn't be the same as nowadays mechanist, because it has a complete new technology.
Yeah. So like prepare for the truck for the route and
Yeah,
things like that.
and probably, okay, maybe not the same amount of people that driven that car. However, probably a lot of people would be needed, especially if it's a big company. You see what I mean?
Yeah, everything has both sides of things. Every kind of technological development has both sides.
Yeah, that's true indeed. Um,
Did you hear me completely? Sorry.
I did, or like you said, every technology has both sides.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. So to actually get into this topic, I think first of all we need to talk about intelligence itself. Like, not first of all, we've been talking for 20 minutes, but like we need to talk about intelligence to in order to see what future will be like. Because my question is, we cannot really define intelligence itself. Like, we know that it has different parts. It has creativity, it has free will, it has complex thinking, yeah, but we couldn't actually define intelligence, like completely define. So my question is, could we actually recreate intelligence? Like, artificial intelligence, we do know it's a kind of recreation of it, but it still only does what humans programmed them to do. But
So I believe this is where
yeah,
it future, because I believe this is why it will 100%.
you have, I think, some internet connection issues.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say beforehand, because I have some issues, but I hope I can work this out.
Yeah, now it's okay, so I think you should just try again, hopefully.
I don't know, can we take a break, or you can just like talk about what you wanted to talk about and you can tell me later? Just few minutes.
Of course, until then I will continue talking, probably. Uh, so, then, Patrick will be out for some seconds, but I'm gonna stay here and I will continue talking about this topic. So yeah. Now I wanted to discuss intelligence itself. Because it's really hard to actually define it. As I said, of course we have some definitions for intelligence. If we like Google it, intelligence, meaning, the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills. Okay, that's what we call intelligence. That's something that, yeah, that actually can be done by AI. They programmed to learn, actually. However, the real question is, this is not the intelligence of humans. This is intelligence of machines. Our intelligence is way more complex than that. Our intelligence is way more built up than that, and we couldn't actually discover it. So when people tend to say AI will rule over, AI will take away, you go to YouTube and type in clues that AI will conquer the whole world and stuff. Actually, AI does not have free will. Artificial intelligence cannot have free will, at least so far, because it's artificial, it's man-made. It's not it's not something that that is completely a recreated human. It's just a machine. It does what it programmed to be do, and that's really, really important. It can only do what it is programmed, and yeah, it is programmed to learn, and yeah, it is programmed to learn different things, but it like won't completely have a thought that, oh, let's conquer the world. No, it does not have that ability. Yeah, if it's programmed to kill people, then it may have the intelligence to kill people and to learn how to kill people, but only because somebody programmed that AI to actually
I'm back.
nice. So to actually do military service. By the way, I was just explaining that how I think AI can only do what it is programmed to do, and I don't think, so far at least at our technological state, it can conquer the world, because it does not have a free will, because it does not work like human intelligence.
Yes, definitely.
What's your opinion though?
I'm on your side, but to add something, I believe that if you have something that you're not 100% sure of, and you want to give it to somebody, that won't work on that level that you have. So I believe that we don't know fully everything about our intelligence. There are undiscovered parts of our intelligence.
Yeah, indeed.
And this whole topic, so we can't give a robot our full mindset and our full brain, everything, intelligence, everything, to that stuff, that gadget. So it wouldn't be able to use it against us, because the way we program these things will be completely handled by I believe the most professional stuff that the world could ever ask for.
Yeah, I totally can agree with you. Um, the question. So from this, I think we can come to another topic. How will people use AI? And now we got to the title. How AI will change our lives. That's I think the question that makes everybody curious. So what you think?
Give me some seconds.
That's fine, of course. Take your time.
I believe, and I truly have this idea that there always be on planet Earth those peoples who want others to fail in life and want others to destroy, want others to be fully destroyed, I mean.
Yeah.
And these people will use it for a bad cause, for the worst that you will ever see on this planet. But I believe that we have those people, those inhabitants on this planet that who will use this technology to bring all nations together and try to make something remarkable on this world.
Yeah. In my opinion, in case of everyday life, as it was with smartphones, it was with computers, it was with every technology, it will fasten it up. AI definitely will make our life even faster than now. Because if if it really gets to consumers, if it has in everything and everything in connected in your house like smart homes and stuff, AI will just simply make everything so quick because we don't have to deal uh with household choices, with cooking, with I don't know, with driving and stuff, and go on and go on. Which
Everything concerning our routines, you mean?
yeah, exactly. We only have to do those things which are compulsory, like working, and also which we want, like hobbies, like doing sports,
Yes.
and
Oh, so first thing first, you wanted me to explain some real facts and not just be that philosophical full of shit. Sorry.
no, that was like I thought we're talking about both, so it's totally fine. Uh, like I do want it to talk about both, because yeah, philosophically it's another interesting question because how big people will use it. Um, I'm very concerned about military, indeed. Uh, because what AI can know is very scary. Like the fact that they can literally, at this point, um, they can identify anybody that that won't do good for the military. I mean, it will, but not for the people. And I'm very
Yes.
concerned that AI will make war machines way more violent than they are now, and they are very bad now too. And also, in case of politicians, I think media will completely change because if AI is well developed enough, politicians do not need to be there actually to say something. They can actually say AI can actually say it, which also makes a really big issue that anyone can make anyone to say something because just remake it with AI. Like you can remake a party in the video that completely the same as that particular politician, and for example can make to say something that they never actually said before,
Yes.
which makes politics very very confusing. And also politicians can use it for themselves because if they do not need to be there to say something, they can just make AI to say it. Or also they
So
can,
they don't have to. They don't have to do an appearance. You mean?
yeah,
Appearing.
exactly. uh and yeah, it's concerning also how politicians will issue the laws concerning AI and artificial intelligence, because who knows what they will let to us to do and what to know. And also my biggest concern is privacy in case of AI, which we already don't really have because of the internet. But if we will use AI in everything, then basically our lives can be followed by anybody, which which is not really like something. Oh god, this is a very bad thing because it's happening. No, because like until they don't do something to you, it's okay because usually nowadays it's used for uh, database making. But if something bad comes in, if politics comes in, and they know everything about you, every single detail, somebody can just ruin your life by a snap,
Yeah.
and that's a huge issue.
Yeah, if he or she could get that information, of course.
Yeah, and because of AI, it will be easily available because AI already tracks what you do. Like your phone, in your phone, AI tracks what you do.
Yeah, with the front camera. All the cameras, sorry.
And actually, the chipset itself,
Fuck no.
it does. That's why, for example, after time, your mobile phone can have a better battery life because it makes itself to your usage. It follows how you use it and it set itself to the best uh, battery usage, or that's why the autocorrect can work better and better more you use it. It learns what you type.
That's a fact. Jeez.
Yeah, yeah. So like that's already something that our phones are doing. So what will happen if it's done by our whole house, which means by our life?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's crazy.
But
Yeah.
just just something to say concerning the military. I believe the first bullet was shot from a gun when gunpowder was founded back in China.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, as everyone know, one bullet in your head can finish you forever.
Yeah.
And this was like thousands of years, like 2,000 years ago, approximately.
A little bit
Thousand-
more, but yeah, yeah.
Thousands of years ago.
Long
So
ago, indeed.
Long ago, yes. And what can AI do to you if one bullet, just one bullet, can kill you, which was founded thousands of years ago? And as a matter of fact, I had some text in front of me, and AI, it's said that AI actually is continuously developed. So I mean, back in 300 BC, the first AI thoughts of people was born.
Wow.
So that there are some other. It was like, it says that those people who learned about science that time believe that there must be something that isn't controlled fully by humans. So a full new technology.
I see. I see.
So
yeah.
So that was the first concern about AI back in 300 BC. And my question is, what will AI do to you if the politicians want to use it in military? Just like in 1 millisecond, your whole body will disappear, or what?
Basically, I think, yeah. If it's needed.
Crazy. What the
Like,
fuck?
I think if your if our life will be completely AI based, then if somebody want to make you disappear, like make you even non-existent, not ever existent, they will be able to do that. So like, if they feel like to kill and make disappear everybody from your family, from your close ones, they can do that just like with an easy phone call or whatever.
I have
because-
something to ask
Yeah?
you.
Yeah.
This just came to my mind. So, in the long-term future, so hundreds of years later,
Yeah.
when we won't be around, or who knows.
Yeah. Of course.
So, do you believe that these machines will have feelings like um, feelings like emotions or something. So if you treat them well, then they will work with you happily. But if you shout at them every morning to fuck you, your coffee is full of shit, then it will kill you or something.
First of all, I believe that nothing is impossible. Like, if something seems to be at this point, for example, this thing, robots having feelings, is impossible. Seems to be impossible, but it's always for a constant state, and it's never forever. Because my example is 100 years ago, we didn't even know what DNS is, and now we can change them. So
Yes.
technology evolves crazily. At this point, it's obviously not possible because we do not understand emotions completely. It's the same issue, I guess, that like with intelligence. Until we don't understand it completely, we cannot recreate it. Second of all, why would you want to recreate it? Like, why do you need, for example, a household chore that you need to treat well to work? You only want it to work. It's just a robot. Like, you don't want it to have feelings. It's from a product point of view, makes it less practical. And it sounded like if I would talk about slaves, but like, these are just robots. These are technologies. These are not.
Yes, you definitely have a point.
And
That was a dumb statement.
no, it wasn't. It completely wasn't, because I think there will be people who will come and say we will make emotions to our robots. I don't know. They will make partner robots, for example, sex robots, for example. And for those, I think they will develop emotions if we understand emotions. But from a lot of machines, from a practical point of view, it's not useful. But I really hope that like none of the machines will have emotions and free will,
Own
because
thoughts, yeah.
because in that case, if we make a machine that has free will, that has own thoughts, that has emotions, we basically created a new intelligent creature. That from that point, I think we can count it as a new creature. That's not a machine anymore if it has free will, if it has emotions, and if it has its own thoughts.
And as a matter of fact, it won't be controlled by us anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So in that case, if we reach that point, that's not AI anymore. That's a new species on Earth, basically.
Yes, yeah. Actually, human created that, but so we were like the evolution for them or something.
Yeah, basically, yes.
So
Yeah.
I have something again. I don't know what you have. Tell it. What you wanted to say.
Nothing. Go on.
So I have something, but I'm not sure of it. So you can completely go on with your thoughts, please, because I have to do some research before it.
Okay, so so these things are really huge. I think it will be really cool to understand emotions, how they work. Of course, we understand part of it, and it will be a huge breakout for science. But I don't think that's for AI. That's more like for psychology. That would be really cool for a psychologist and neurologist to understand emotions. And also, onto you searching, I also wanted to talk about a little bit of cyber tech and biotechnology, because I'm not just thinking like AI as a different helper of human. I also thinking of what if in our mind AI will be built in our body. We will have AI parts. Like we will basically be partly humans and partly machines. And now that seems to be crazy. But you think about we have biometrical legs and arms already.
Yes.
That's like if later on this evolves, that will be the ancestor of those future things that I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, of course. That's what I said, that we will this long-term future. I've said this long-term future of the AI, and I said something with military, concerning military. Then I
Yeah.
said it when we won't be here, or yes, that was the yes part for me. That's what I meant here. That actually we will be part of the AI, or the AI will be part of us.
Yeah. Think about it like uh learning a skill. We already know that AI can learn a skill faster than a human. And you just put a chip in to learn a skill.
Oh, that will be the best time for me to say this. So, have you heard about Neuralink?
I think I did, but like I cannot say anything right now about it.
Neuralink. So, this event was in August 28th of 2020. So like 20 days ago. So guess what? Do you know who is this crazy man on Earth who want to completely put a chip in your brain? Who can it be?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, definitely.
Who else? I'm sorry, but who else would it be?
And this now I have the text in front of me. So I've just read that it will help people to fight depression, stroke, to actually avoid stroke fully, and to give people happiness throughout the chip. It's like, you know, like a dopamine shot every single minute for that human being. And as a matter of fact, it could help the whole what's it say? It could help the whole system of the body. So I mean, you can be control of your basic life circle, so you will be able to control where you wanna go, when you wanna go to, you know,
Yeah, I see. And
like take a shit.
yeah,
So
honestly,
you can control everything with this in your, but at least that's what he says. But it's like the first prototype, and it was never been like tested on a human being, but of course on rats it was.
I see.
I don't I have to read something more. Yeah, share your thoughts.
Yeah. So, um, what I think in this case, is that it's crazy that how we will be able to fight with health issues with AI itself. But my first thought in this case was that wait, what's the line? Like, will we be able to fight with every single disease? Because if you think about it, just going on with this fact, what if we just say we have more, they will just put more uh uh we will just put more defending system in your water, because they can make that, and then your disease will be just like this. And like, what we will make um 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 inhabitable humans, or what?
I don't know, but it says, the text that I have in front of me says that it will improve medical treatments. So it will be like a character. The people will be a character of the X-Men. That's what it says. The fuck? So,
Okay, can we just agree on, no offense, but this man is crazy?
yes. So, I have something here. I will read it. So, Neuralink's smaller chips may also help avoid issues with brain scarring seen with larger devices. So that means brain scarring is like brain implant.
Wow, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude?
So like you're unfortunate in a part of your brain is damaged. For example, your the part where you store your memories. That means with this chip, it could be solved. What the hell?
I'm so sorry. That was a Hungarian.
But at least it was real as
I'm sorry. Are we just shocked? Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Just natural reaction. Like, now we basically wanna make our
so
complex.
you can say, guys, you can say that it wasn't 100% honest reaction to this, because none of us on this stream knew this fact.
Yeah, exactly. This is wow. So like, now we wanna make our brain a machine brain, but like our brain is already complex, so fucking complex, and now we make it like gods, or what? You see what I mean? Like,
I know, beyond God.
this I think that this is just so mad that at this point we cannot even imagine the possibilities that it takes.
So first I thought that AI could like exchange what we can with an AR heart. We can swap our real heart, and we won't need a real heart anymore, because the AI heart would do the work and it would just have battery life. So we can like when you're sleeping, you can put yourself on a charge, but we want to actually make our most important system the control system of our life. We want it to be a machine. What?
Yeah. Okay, I think this should be the ending open thought, as it seems to be impossible to completely imagine the horizons of this.
Yes.
So one thing to add, and this is gonna be my finish line. You can have yours too, obviously. So whatever happens, guys, as someone who really likes technology and really interested, never forget to actually be careful about technology itself, and also the things you read about technology. because now we covered a lot of crazy facts too, but be sure don't be afraid. We won't be conquered by AI, at least
Yeah,
not for now.
this is just a radical side of everything. So this is like the crazy future human being cannot even imagine. This side, we talked about this side because we wanted this podcast to be quite exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Anything you want to say before I say goodbye?
I believe that humanity should concentrate on development and technology, but our lives shouldn't be taken away from a machine. By a machine, sorry. Shouldn't be taken from us. What? Taken away from us, yes. So, our fucked up. So our life shouldn't be taken away by a machine. I think that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Without machines, you can be happy, you can live a full life, you can have your friends, you can basic, average, normal life, you can make money, you can actually have freedom. It just be on your side. It must just be on your side. So it shouldn't take control of or take control over us. I believe so.
Yeah. And so guys, then this was all for today, or more like tonight. I hope you enjoy that and find it exciting. We probably will come back to this topic at some point, at some podcast, because it's really huge. It has a lot of other sides too, which we probably will cover later on. Also, maybe we will talk about it in videos to you. There is a plan for a video on AI. So yeah, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for it if you don't want to miss it. Also, we have a lot of social media such as TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, where you can actually follow us. It would be really appreciated. And so, goodbye for tonight.
Yeah, this was a blackout. See you guys.
See ya.
Valentine,